Hi, you can learn 3,000 words and be able to speak English quite well. I'm teaching 3,000 words and going deep into each word, one word a day. I hope that you enjoy this video and I hope that you look at my channel for a lot more. See you in the lesson. Convinced. Convinced. If I want to convince you, I will try to persuade you. Persuade. I'm going to try to get you. Oh, that's really spelled wrong. I'm going to persuade you. I'm going to try to get you to believe me. Now, if you are convinced, now it's being used as the adjective, then you believe me. I have persuaded you. I've convinced you. Some other synonyms are sure, certain, satisfied, won over. If you have been won over, then you are convinced of something. After hearing the compelling arguments, I was convinced that the new policy would benefit everyone. This shows being persuaded through reason and evidence. To be convinced. You're persuaded through reason and evidence. She's convinced that the ghost in her house is real, even though no one believes it. Here, it implies a strong belief, even without the evidence. I was convinced of his innocence after the new evidence came to light. So this shows a shift in belief. Now, to be convinced, you don't have to have strong evidence. But if you're going to convince someone else, you have to have evidence or passion about something and be able to sell it. To be convinced means there's a shift in belief or strength or certainty in that belief. He convinced me to go on a trip by promising an unforgettable adventure. This shows someone persuades or influences with some kind of promise. So this is a selling kind of a thing. I'm not convinced that this is the best solution, but I'll give it a try. So this saying I'm not convinced shows uncertainty. The opposite of convinced would be unconvinced or doubtful. The noun is conviction. Conviction. Now, the word convict is very similar to convince, and you can see that they're the same root word. So to convict someone is to persuade. We're often convicted by our own beliefs. That means we blame ourselves. To convince someone is to bring them to some kind of knowledge or belief. Convinced, and then we also have convincing. Convinced or convincing. Now, if I want to, if someone tells me a story and from that story I am convinced of something, it means that it came from the outside. The person who told me the story is convincing, and I'm convinced. Okay? So if I would say, personally, I'm not a big fan of Donald Trump, but he has managed to convince many people in the United States to trust him. And I'm surprised at how many people. He must be very convincing. Okay, he's a salesman. He can be very convincing. And because he's so convincing, people believe him and they are convinced. I hope that makes sense between convinced and convincing. The adverb is convincingly. We can sometimes put a ly on the end of the passive adjective, the convincedly, but not as often as you're going to hear convincingly. The active adjective becomes the adverb with the ly. I hope you've enjoyed this video and that you've learned a lot. Please put your comments below. I do look at those, and if you have English questions, I'm happy to answer them. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.